Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 11th episode of the third season of Overlord. Now, last episode, the Reasized Kingdom kind of got a bit of a letter from the Empire saying, hey, this land's Zion's now, so give it to him. And then they said, no, this is our land. I'm not gonna give it to you. Okay? They're like, oh, well, fine then, I guess it's war then. Let's get ready, guys. And Ian's brought up all of his stuff as well, like his Death Knights. That Yeah, some people commented on this, so I should clarify. When I said a Death Knight could take on like 20 soldiers, I wasn't doing any kind of actual calculation. It was just a random number thrown out. The point is a Death Knight can just wreck a whole lot of soldiers. That was kind of my point. But yeah, so let's get into it and see how this works out for the Reasized Kingdom, because I'm not guessing well. 3, 2, 1, play. And yes, it's recording just fine. It's a fun place to learn a lesson, Mr. Barbro. Good luck, man. I need it. Feel free to try. I just kind of envision you dying and Prince Zanuck taking power, but that is how I imagine this going, but we'll see. But yeah, more people need to visit Cairn Village, so I'm sure they're more than happy to get the tourism. I mean, imagine how much tourist money you get from this army. But yeah, he does not seem like a very likable person, I'll be honest. I mean, neither is Zanuck, really, but, you know. Azric really is like the best dungeon ever. Such a weird song. Although I guess Princess Renner might be more likely to take power than Prince Zanuck. You know, you just kill everybody else and take power. I don't know. She probably wouldn't do that, but I've been influenced by Game of Thrones. I know people just kill other people to take power all the time. And yeah, we're back into it. Somebody's built the wall, of course. Who knows else we've been here, so. Winter is coming after all. You don't like being called that? Is that the issue here? I mean, you wanted the job, so. I mean, I know you have a name, but. uh, she's close to breaking. One step close to the edge. Oof. Bedtime. Well, that's what they were doing, so. I need to throw a tantrum, Chief. uh, I'm sure they was enjoying the view back there. Oh, wow. I didn't know she was that strong. But I guess magic was at play there. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Definitely not a legitimate win there. Indeed she is. So you want to go for a roll through the hay? Oh? Well, I made his own cologne. Yeah, it was it was like to attract you. I don't think that's what this was, but he probably appreciates it nonetheless. I'm sure he does. Uh, yeah, if you're not careful, you'll get cooties. Oh, I'm interrupted? I'm sorry, I'll come back later. Yeah, the army that's showing up at the door. There's a nice wall. Like a bandit wall. Yeah, that does seem like a reasonable conclusion to come to. Yeah, it's nothing for you, but for Karn Village. I mean, she could probably handle most, if not all of them. Can I just call you Barbro for short? Wow. Is that the best you could come up with, Chief? I love you, Enry. Hide the ogres. uh, yeah. I don't know, man. The guy thinks like 20 steps ahead. Yeah, we can't have any information leaks, that's for sure. That's probably the most risky thing here. Yes, back to that. Everybody else can die in a fire, but them, keep them safe. No! I can't tell which wall I like better. I mean, both of them have very different style. That's probably bad for PR. Exactly. But I want to kill people, you don't understand. Yeah, probably not. Who knows? That that animation. Ugh. Already resorting to fire. Yeah, you have a lot of nerve attacking it. Do you not know who we are? Like they're taking turns talking, very polite. Oh, yeah, that's got to be scary for a small child or an adult, you know. And he's a hard guy to read because you can never see his eyes. Quickly, because fire. Cool how that one female adventurer is still here. Was she one of the four important people? I actually don't remember. I think she might have been. Uh, Probably not though. All of them? Like every single one of them? Yeah, so, give the women and children a sword and have them fight. No, we don't have a lot of options, so let's just do what we can do. Please do. Of course. Is he gonna... Oh no, that's not... Never mind. But yeah, they're gonna want the chief to survive. Uh, yes, as a last resort. She does. Because it wasn't stolen like I thought it might have been way back when. Yeah, good way to put it. It seems like we really are setting up for them to die here. I wasn't convinced of that until now. I don't know, shoot more fire arrows, maybe that'll solve all your problems. You always forget something, don't you? Whenever you go on a trip. And yeah, here we go. The ogre should be able to do some damage. You know. 3D ogre could definitely smack around some 3D people. Yes, they have them. You don't know who you're messing with just yet, do you? Well, I guess he now does. Hulk smash! Yeah, I see you tango with an ogre. You pompous looking horse rider. I don't think he cares. Well, we did some damage. Now we're going back in. I guess. Yeah, they can handle 5 ogres of it. Not without casualties, but they're not like a, a death knight or anything. Almost like they have a leader giving orders. Oh no. I mean, murdering people is one thing, but you don't step on a flag. But I guess he's looking for whatever justification he can find. Such a nice guy, isn't he? And now we'll go through the back door, as people always should. uh, oh no, are they chasing us? Well, that's a problem. They have horses and we don't, so there's no outrunning them. Come on, Enry, use your arm wrestling skills. No time for PTSD. Ugh. Yeah, you're one of the important 4 people, Nafira. Don't do this, but I mean that could cause Beta to act, so that might work out. And she's already using the horn. What's interesting is I don't think we actually got to see her use the horn last time. We just saw her with the orcs. uh, wait, what just happened? I kind of blinked and oof. What, you think that's not to stop me? Yeah. And there went the ogre. Should still kill as many as you can before you go down. Okay, so that is what happened. I kind of figured. He looks so much cooler than the other orcs. General Enry. I suppose so. I don't know. I kind of assumed when she blew it, she stole soldiers from you, and that's why you were reacting. But I guess it was just general surprise. I guess it's because she's leveled up. I don't know. It clearly upgraded somehow, so this is definitely better than the last Goblin summoning. Are they necessary? It's gonna be awkward if all the soldiers die and then they just have to fight. Well, clearly stronger. You don't know when you're beat, do you? V, the best formation. I mean, just look at that armor and weapon and set. That's just they're well equipped. Those are no level 20 goblins. And if I call them orcs sometimes, it's because they clearly look like orcs from like Warcraft. So, oh, they have a paladin. Wow, that's a really nice looking armor. I think it was underestimating just how big and powerful this army truly was. Like, yeah, these guys are done. And bowmen. This is beyond. This is way beyond what the first summoning was like. Hopefully, we get a and a magic unit. Hopefully, we get a good explanation about why this is the case. I mean, Mad Adventure, I guess it would be Enry just kind of leveling up as a commander. But it's like what I think of. And just there's just been so much 3D in this episode. Which makes sense because we have a bunch of armies, but there's just been a lot of it. I guess it is. 5,000. Yeah, I mean, that's how big the other army was, so yeah, we got this. Yeah, you need to retreat, man. Don't be a moron. Okay, well, and an assassin squad. Yeah, you're done. So, about that escape plan. Oh, no need to lose your head. Yes. Okay. Hidden effect. So because she was already a goblin general, it had the admiration and respect of goblins. That probably helped, something like that. uh, yes, that's totally what I did. Are you impressed? You should be. Yes. No, don't need to tell me the obvious. Oh, we are letting him escape? I guess so. I still kind of wanted him to be, beheaded, but I'll accept this. Ooh, a moon. Interesting looking moon. Yeah, but how are we supposed to actually... Now that I think about it, how are we supposed to, like, feed all these new goblin soldiers? Because that's not an easy army to feed. Yes. 5,000 well-equipped, well-trained goblins with a good commander, so... Not sure I was surprised. Aside from just, the usual racism. Yes, I'm more than happy to play. Do you know Twister? So is she gonna kill him herself? Or negotiate? It was a lot. You already said to play. Just love when she talks. Of course. You're gonna die before you realize what happened, aren't you? Yeah. The human is a human at the end of the day. Which means you die. Do you understand? I like your expression better. You should feel proud, you lowly human. Okay, what did you determine? That is scary. Yeah, I guess they're not gonna get the privilege of dying to a cute maid. Hey, you look a little bit scared there. She seems to be having fun. Everybody has their hobby, I guess. So the prince still is technically alive at the end of the episode, but don't know how long that will last. Never got a good explanation about why she won that arm wrestling match. It looked like magic was involved, like maybe wind magic. That was my first assumption, at least. But we didn't really get anything to explain that. So I wonder if that's connected to this whole special powers of the horn thing. Like maybe as she's got some sort of special ability from her experience with the goblins, and that manifested in more than one way. Both being able to summon a lot more with the second horn, as well as having more actual strength. Could be, I don't know. All I know is that it showed a goblin with an interesting look on his face after she won the match, like he had done something directly. So I don't know. I have questions, is kind of my point. Because goblins don't really have magic. That's what really confused me. Okay, that was the 11th episode of the third season of Overlord. And this was definitely an action-packed episode because Barbro and his small army made it to Cairn Village. And they're like, hey, open up. We're coming inside. I'm sorry, you can't come inside. There's just dung everywhere. It's a real mess. You come back later, please. That's kind of, Enry attempting to buy time. Because they kind of had to decide what they want to do about this. And it was a problem because fighting them off with their limited soldiers and forces is not realistic. I mean, they had ogres, which are pretty good, but 5 ogres against 5,000 soldiers is not really gonna work. It's just not. But they did do the best to buy time, like ogres coming out for a little bit, smacking some fools around a bit, then walking back inside, which was kind of funny. But yeah, this whole thing kind of really demonstrated just how much admiration and respect that goblins do have for Enry, which obviously was important for the episode. They wanted to let them escape through the back door, which they did, but then soldiers showed up anyway, so it didn't really help that much. So they kind of went their last resort, which was Enry blowing the horn to summon more goblins. Now, she didn't summon the same amount that she did before, the same level of goblins. She summoned actually a much larger, much more trained and equipped army with actual, leadership and stuff with different squads and everything. Definitely not something anyone was expecting. Definitely a surprise, like a hidden ability of the horn, as Ainz put later. And yeah, I was a little bit confused at first when Ainz looked so shocked that she blew the horn. I was like, what happened? Did she like summon Ainz's soldiers from them to there? Is that why he's surprised? But I guess he was just surprised in general by the army she was able to summon. So I misinterpreted that scene a little bit. That happens sometimes in reactions. That's just how it goes. But yeah, the human army had no idea what they were up against with this. And they were pretty salty about getting defeated by lowly goblins, because just a lot of the humans in the show seem kind of racist against, the non-human races. I guess is how it goes. But yeah, they had the regular soldiers, we had paladins, we had magic casters, assassins, and longbowmen. They had everything. This was definitely an army that could very easily defeat the human army. It would even be a real competition. So they had to retreat in the end, but it didn't go too well because, like I said, the assassins did show up. So the prince himself did survive for a little bit, but then you had Beta show up, and she was gonna just finish the job as she's pretty good at doing, that evil, human-hating woman. I keep calling the humans the racist, but you have some people in Nazarick which are obviously hate humans for being human, so they're kind of racist too. It's just a thing with this world. But yeah, she definitely enjoys what she does, and yeah. So the prince is still technically alive at the end of the episode. I don't know if that will last, because he's not going to survive unless Beta gets specific order from Ainz to stop, which I'm not sure that would happen. Or just someone just magically shows up to his rescue. I don't think that would happen either. So I guess we'll see, one way or the other. Let's see what else. Yeah, we had Enry getting really emotional and stuff when the villagers were showing how much they cared about her and wanted her to survive, which was nice. That facial expression on her was pretty cute. Oh yeah, we had that fun little scene with the hay, where Enry was getting really salty and butthurt about everyone calling her Chief. I guess she was like, I have a name, please use it. And then just running into the hay and being all, kind of throwing a temper tantrum a little bit. And Nefira kind of being there for her, showing off his perfume he's wearing for her. And her misinterpreting his intentions and trying to go for that one game, which became a much more intimate game pretty quickly. And then you had a certain goblin walking on as a go. Not to interrupt or anything, but there's kind of an army outside. We should probably deal with that. So yeah, not to interrupt or anything. Just I know that's more important, but we should just, when you get the time, deal with this too. And they had to deal with that. So yeah, the goblins were more than happy to lay down their lives for their lord and savior Enry. And you had the Nemu, which is really scared, understandably, small child and army outside the door. That would be terrifying. And you had them talking about, hey, you crushed our flag. Now we definitely had to slaughter you all, because that's fair. Not really. But see, I like the scythes that some of the goblins had. That was pretty cool. Let's see, I do think that's really about it. I mean, Ainz once again getting credit for something he didn't actually think about from the little dark elf there was funny too. Yeah. This was a pretty good episode. I liked it. Last episode, we obviously had a lot of, political intrigue and stuff. In this episode, we shifted back over to action, which is a balance the show kind of tries to strike pretty well. It does lean a little bit more heavily on, political intrigue stuff than it does action, but it tries to maintain a reasonable balance of the two. So I think it works pretty well. No matter what you're into, you usually get enough of it in the show to be satisfied. But yeah, the season's almost over. I think this is a one core season. Yeah, 13 episodes, so a couple more episodes left. And I look forward to them. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.